Evening, everyone. Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangi.
I'm Jack.
And looks like we've already got some friends with us tonight. So say hi, tell us where you're watching from. And we'll get started here in just a moment. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you cold? Because I'm freezing.
Or warm, cold.
We actually we had a few days of like really nice temperatures, and then the bottom dropped last night, and now it's cold again.
Yeah. We had very unseasonably warm weather here, which was great because we were allowed to get some last minute things done that normally we wouldn't really want to do in the cold weather. But it has turned as of today. The bottom just dropped out. We had bad thunderstorms roll through here last night, really bad thunderstorms, and we are pleased to announce that this morning when we got up and checked everything, we had no water issues.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord, for that.
Yeah.
Yes, we're blessed. I mean, we were just so thankful to see that this morning, that there was no water issues, even though we had a lot of rain last night, a lot of storms, a lot of wind. Even the community, probably less than an hour from here, they think they even had maybe a tornado hit their area. So
Yeah.
it was rough last night.
We had buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of rain.
Yes.
And then
But dry here. Dry in the house.
Very heavy wind. I was kind of worried about the structure, the addition too, because it's just dried in right now.
It's not even dried in.
Well, yeah, not even dried in.
It's half dried in.
Yeah.
It's only half wrapped,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Not even, yeah. So, but it's still standing, so that's a good sign. And like he said,
Chilly, snowy Idaho. Yeah, the Idaho Hoosier. We got several saying
Hey,
hi to
Andy.
us now.
Yep, there's Anna. What's
Thank
up,
you, guys.
Anna?
Thank y'all for watching us tonight, and we love at least to say hi.
Yep.
Some people watch a lot and don't comment, and that's fine.
Well, look who's here.
That's great, but we love it when you actually do say hey and just let us know
Yep.
that you're there.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
We've got Diana from Justice Acres is with us. Amanda, school bus got hit by a tornado. Oh my goodness. That is.
A school bus got hit by a tornado in Tennessee.
Yep.
I haven't heard of that, and I actually watched the news this evening.
Yeah. Well, when I got up about 5-ish this morning, I was watching the weather, and they were tracking tornado warnings through Tennessee.
If it hit here last night and has moved out this morning, then it's probably in the Carolinas right now. So any of y'all that are watching in that area, Carolinas, Virginia, that area, that whole line is probably just moving through that front.
That is amazing. Amanda said the only the bus driver was on board and she's okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Good.
wonderful.
Good.
What's up, Mulberry Branch?
Well, hey guys.
Glad you're here. We had snow for the first time this morning. Not much, but it's cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Where are we going? We're gonna do a shout out. We did some shout outs and mentioned.
Do you want to do that now?
We mentioned a few other channels last week that we would love for y'all to check out. Actually, let's wait. We'll wait a few more minutes because usually later on into our live, we get some more people popping in. So we'll give them a few minutes.
So do we have any updates we would like to share with our friends tonight?
Well, we have plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow, as far as the continuing saga that is called Our House, we're putting it back together, but we've decided to put on an addition. And in the addition, we have decided to go with a wood burning stove.
Yes.
Which we're kind of excited about that. Yeah.
Oh.
So tomorrow we have plans to head into town to a store that sells many different styles and types, and they are affiliated with all kinds of manufacturers and producers of these wood stoves. So we're going to go down there and kind of look at their showroom and learn as much as we can, possibly pick out one. That's what we're hoping anyway.
Yes, and for the record, we have been watching the sales sites like Facebook Marketplace and other places like that. But we haven't really seen any that we just thought, oh, yeah, that's the one,
Yeah.
So
I saw a couple on Facebook Marketplace locally, not too far from here, that actually kind of looks like what we want, but you couldn't cook on top of them.
Well,
and I know you
want
one that's possible, like a cooktop.
Yes.
Cooktop.
Yes. I'll tell you, if you guys watch Alderman Farms, they have a very awesome wood stove, and that's kind of sort of what we're looking
hello,
for.
Hello, Jack and Tangy, one of the lurkers saying hi.
Aw, thank you for saying hello.
Yes.
Hey, Cindy.
Never got a notification.
Abby said lots of rain today, not supposed to rain tomorrow. Good. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be, start drying up. What's up, Black's Tropical Homestead?
A couple of people have said they didn't get a notification that we were going live. So
I'm
sorry. I was having trouble yesterday with Facebook. It was real glitchy.
Hey, Mandy.
And so maybe, I don't know, I don't know if it's just a YouTube being glitchy.
It's YouTube.
Yeah, it's probably YouTube. Yeah. And if not, you can unhit the bell and then hit the bell again on us. Maybe it'll reset that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Definitely subscribe and follow us. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Mandy
Thank y'all
did.
so much.
Okay. So some did and some didn't. So yeah, it's probably just glitchy.
But yeah, so since the last time we showed y'all the addition, there has been more work done.
Okay.
So it's really exciting. It's really starting to take shape. You can really tell what some of the features are going to look like. So pretty stoked about that.
Yeah. Now it looks like we're kind of, I don't know if we're freezing up in here or not, but it looks like we are at least on our laptop down here.
Let's see. I was trying to think. Okay, so I will tell y'all this. I am like chomping at the bit to start garden planning. Just ordered a ton of seeds from My Gardener. I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot.
And he did a really cool live last night.
Oh yes, can I tell?
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys have been following My Gardener for the last few years, then you've probably heard him talking about the giant crimson tomato, which he acquired very awesomely. I can't remember if it was at if it was like an auction or what it was, but he found an old shadow box that had packets of seeds that date back like 80-something years ago.
Yeah, I think they're over 80 years old.
And so in this shadow box, there was a packet of seeds. There were these tomato seeds, and so he germinated. He tried to germinate some of them. Only 2 of them germinated, and out of the 2, 1 of them survived. Okay, and then yes, Mandy, the old seeds. So anyway, so he announced last night that they are going to start selling some of those seeds,
the seed that produced.
Yes.
He saved those seeds, and then he has continued growing from that. From that lineage.
Yeah. So now he said it is, I mean, obviously it's going to be costly.
It's very limited seeds.
It's not going to be $2 a pack. It's going to be, they haven't completely worked all the kinks out yet. But he said that they're going to probably sell them like $5 for 5 seeds, which to me, that is like very reasonable considering the source, considering the fact that, that he found them the way they did. They're as old as they are. I mean, like, this is like as true heirloom I think you can get in our day and age.
Yeah. Because you're getting a direct lineage from practically 100-year-old.
Right.
Food.
Yes.
Food source.
But he did say he wants us to promise, if you are one of the fortunate people that get to buy them, that you must promise to save as many seeds as you can. And I know that I've definitely
Yeah,
taken
that
that
would
to
be cool.
heart. I'm making it my mission to do that. So
Yeah, Kelly, we would pay that definitely.
yes.
You think in the last 80 years, chemicals, sprays, GMOs, just everything that's happened since that tomato,
Right.
but it's untainted,
Yeah.
completely untainted. And to be able to get that, that is, I mean, that's worth it right there.
Yeah.
That's worth $1 a seed.
Kathy, do you remember a few years ago when Luke found that shadow box and there was like 80-year-old packets of seeds? Yes, Mike, I definitely plan on getting some. They're the giant crimson tomato seeds that he got to germinate from that super old packet. And he has been saving seeds from the one plant that he was able to grow. And so he is going to start selling those.
I do hope we're able to get some.
I do too.
I really hope we are.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying not to like pull strings or anything. I'm holding myself back from going, just send me some.
I got a question for Mike, since he's on here. I'm glad, see, Mike and I went camping a little over a week ago when it was probably the coldest weekend that we've had in all of 2021. And then, as soon as we got back home, the dogs are going nuts. I think somebody's pulling up.
It might be Emily.
It's our daughter and her friends. But, oh yeah, and then it warmed up and it got super nice. And we were just like, we picked a really, cold night to go camping. I'm glad we weren't camping last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take cold 20 degrees over potential tornadoes, and it was crazy last night. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. So I think it was Anna that asked if he said how many. He did not say how many packets of seeds.
Oh my gosh.
But he did say that it was. I mean, obviously it's going to be very, very limited. He also mentioned something about possibly even doing like if you purchase so much in seeds that they would give a pack. So anyway, I'm sure that more details will come out later whenever they're ready to do that. But the main thing is he's releasing them to the public.
Yes.
And we must save them. So I'm really, really excited about that.
I love what North Star Prepstetter said. Kathy, she said, friends set things aside for friends. I like that. And that is very true.
Yeah. But, and listen, honestly, knowing Luke, he probably would if I asked him to. But at the same time, I want to support my friends.
Well, I'm not thinking about that, though. I'm thinking
Jennifer.
about if we're able to grow the seeds, if we're able to grow the tomatoes and they produce, we will definitely be saving as many seeds as we possibly can and set them aside for our future use and for some friends of ours.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. So
Yes.
paying it forward.
Right.
That's I wasn't thinking,
Yeah.
Luke's going to set them aside for us, but I'm thinking of paying it forward.
Yeah.
If we can get them,
When we start saving,
we'll
seeds,
definitely set them aside for some of our friends too.
Yes. Jennifer, we are talking about M.I. Gardner, and he announced in a live on Facebook yesterday that the giant crimson tomatoes of the seeds that he was able to save from that like 80-something-year-old packet of seeds that he found, he is going to release those to the public. He didn't say when.
Not the seeds from the packet he found.
Right, but seeds that
he
from
was
the
able
tomato that he was able to grow from that.
Yes.
So anyway, but yeah, so if you are not following M.I. Gardner, go to migardner.com, create an account, sign up for the newsletters, do all the things, and make sure you're getting all the announcements.
Well, also on his live last night, he also discussed having an additional sale and maybe even extending his discounts that he had, a week or two ago. they're thinking about maybe, so
Yeah.
stay tuned for them because they
Yeah.
may, the demand is so high and it's hard to get the product.
Right.
So he's been selling and he's been trying to get as much as he possibly can.
Right.
And as he continues to get others in and gets them ready to sell, he may go ahead and have some future specials going on. So just kind of keep just check in with him, watch his live that he did yesterday. He talks all about that, and we're just excited because he's continuing to grow and expand, and there's cool stuff in the future for them.
Yes. And I would say also, so he was talking about their Black Friday sale. Because their seeds are so inexpensive already, they don't tend to run sales more than 10%. So the Black Friday sale was 20% off, and there was some miscommunication or lack of communication, and they realized that not everybody saw the announcement on the Black Friday sale. So they were, as a courtesy, extending the sale, but just until midnight this morning. So that sale has already passed. However, there are a lot of seeds that they are still waiting to get in stock because some of their growers have had issues meeting demands, as well as having where they had wildfires, where they had droughts. And so they're just having a harder time getting the product out. And so he said he's not sure if they're going to be able to run that sale as some of the missing items come back in. But again, just
some of them are just now getting notifications.
Okay.
Well, at least they're getting them now, though. Hi from Kansas City, Missouri. Am I interrupting you? I'm sorry.
Yes. Nope, I was still talking. But anyway, so just make sure that you are following him and be patient. And I mean, I do know that Luke's followers are fantastic people, and they understand that this is a family-run business, and it's not like a big box factory, big chain like.
Yeah,
So,
Mulberry Branch commented. They said, "I feel like if I got a packet of those seeds, I'd have to build a Fort Knox type of garden bed. I'd be paranoid about them."
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely not be where I just go outside and plant them, and that area that the dogs run around in, and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It would. Oh man, we would have to take. We would and will, if we get them, take special precautions.
Yes. Very much so.
Super baby them.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was a very, very exciting announcement.
Yeah.
So hopefully all of us that want
cool.
to can get some.
Idaho Hoosier. I received about 60 plus packets of vintage seeds, 30s through the 50s.
Flowers, veggies.
That is so cool.
Yes.
How awesome would it be if those do well and
Yeah.
those produce?
Yeah, I would definitely give it a shot. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah. Anna's here.
Yeah. Hey,
I
Boston
didn't know if you
Rocks.
saw her on
Oh
there.
yeah, I did. I've already said hello. Espionage, adventure, cloak and dagger, all over seeds.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome.
So,
I'm excited though.
all right. Let's, did you want to do a shout out tonight?
Sure. You go ahead. You do yours first.
Well, it's weird because sometimes we think, well, let's do a shout out. Let's shout out a channel.
A channel?
And a channel.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think about it too much until just a few minutes before we went live. And so it was kind of the last video I was watching really grabbed my attention. It was Acre Homestead, and she actually did a video where she went to, where did she go? Utah, I think, and toured a salt mine. I think it was the Redmond Salt Company, and talked about how they mine their salt and how they ship it and sell it. But it started out talking about how important salt is just to life in general.
Yes.
And it made me immediately interested she's got a great channel anyway.
She does. Yes.
So that's my shout out is her channel. But it got me interested because what was it earlier in the summer? I actually did a little lesson
Yes.
to a church on salt. You know the saying, worth your weight in salt. That goes all the way back to the Romans. Some of them were paid in salt. It was so valuable, it was worth your salary. And so that's where the saying, it goes all the way back to the Roman soldiers. If they were good soldiers, they would actually get paid in salt. So, are you worth your weight in salt? Yeah. Are you worth me paying you to work for me? So, and it's cool. But anyway,
and also,
thanks for the link, Kathy. She's got the link down there for everybody.
I like to watch Ken D. Berry, MD. He is a doctor not too far from where we are located, but he's over the Tennessee line. And he is a big proponent of the ketogenic lifestyle. And he talks about how incredibly important salt is. And he even mentions that mammals will travel miles if there's a water source or some sort of source of salt, to lick the salt because it is so essential to life. Yeah. And anyway,
so some people saying salt is biblical, being salt to the earth.
Yes,
it's very true. I mean, we're supposed to be, if we have the truth, if we know the Lord, then we're supposed to be the salt and light of the rest of the world. That salt is a preservative. It preserves. It makes it valuable because it was worth a lot. It preserves it, but it also is something that is desired because it's savory. It makes things better. Put salt a good piece of food, and it makes it enjoyable. I
have actually enjoyed.
Think of that in spiritual terms.
Putting salt in my coffee. Yes.
Okay.
It makes it better.
Now we're going down another road.
No, but
chasing rabbits.
Also, did you guys know, those of you who follow Homesteaders of America, speaking of Dr. Berry, I did not realize until this past week, that Dr. Berry and his wife, Nisha, are one of the sponsors of Homesteaders of America. Did y'all know that? Nope, you didn't. You know why? I'm about to kill a dog. Hang on.
Let me take care of that.
Okay.
Okay, here they come.
Yeah.
I took care of that quick.
That was fast.
Yeah.
But it's OB Farms, Tennessee. Real food, real health. That is Dr. Berry and his wife Nisha's farm. And
is that your shout out?
No.
That's one of your shout outs.
No, it's not. Just the fact that
is bonus information.
That is bonus information. Yeah. I was like, what? It's Ken, Ken D. Berry, MD.
You come say, oh my gosh.
Nice. Yes, you can. We
y'all
have
went to
company. Wait a minute. They don't know. We have company. Some of you may recognize this face. Do you want
she's still getting her shoes on.
You don't have to take your shoes off. Yes, we have
that's Emily. There you go. So some of y'all might recognize these faces. Y'all seen, I know you've seen this face on our channel before. I can't remember if he's been on our channel before.
I don't know.
But this is, you all know my good friend Amanda Beal from the Beals. This is her daughter, and this is Brianna's husband.
Hi.
And of course, Emily and Brianna have been besties for years, and
a day or two.
Yeah. And they actually came up and surprised Emily. They were actually headed home. They're actually headed home from their honeymoon. And decided to make decided to detour to.
And they totally got you.
Yes, it was awesome.
No idea.
It was awesome. Yeah. But I didn't know if you guys would want to people to know y'all were here. So we didn't say anything. But anyway, So it's been awesome. It's been awesome having them.
Yes, it has.
So
Whoop. Get us back online here.
look at you.
Get us back.
But no, that is not my shout out. But yes, Dr. Barry is awesome. He is a general practitioner in located in Tennessee, and he recommends the ketogenic diet for folks. So anyway, so that's who he is. Okay, but no, my shout out is Bushcraft Family, and y'all have heard me talk about his channel before. I really enjoy his content. He shares a lot of very helpful information. He talks about the supply chain. He talks about prepping, and I just really enjoy his channel. So if you want to check out Bushcraft Family, I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
we appreciate it. There, and
Thank you,
oh yeah,
Anna.
Kathy's already got. I mean, she is on it with the links.
Yes, Doctor. Wait a minute. Now, does he have a farm channel? I did not know that. Get out of town.
See, now she's
No, I just watch his channel.
she's one step ahead of you.
His wife also has a vlog channel. I don't watch her very much, but I do watch him because he's just got very helpful information.
Isn't it? It's weird when
That's
you
awesome.
when there's people that you hear of that are maybe, I don't know if you call them celebrities, but they're kind of well known. Maybe a musician
Well,
or something like that.
butter my
Or
biscuits.
a doctor or a
Look at
musician
that.
or somebody that does stuff, and then you find out, they also have a little Homestead,
Yeah.
a Homestead channel.
That's so crazy. I had no idea. That is so cool. Okay, well, I just subscribed to that channel.
It's kind of like
That is-
like Granger Smith.
Yeah.
If y'all follow Granger Smith,
Very cool.
they have an awesome homestead as well.
No. I'm glad you did put that up because I did not realize that they had a channel about their farm. I was just talking about it's his channel where he talks about keto. But no, that's perfect. That's awesome. I'm glad you shared it.
You know
That's very cool.
It's awesome that we can be set up in our kitchen.
Y'all go follow them and then tell them that I said hello and that we said hey, look, and they're sponsors of HOA. That's awesome. That is so cool. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's kind of like when you met Joel Salatin.
Continue. I'm just a little. Oh, I wonder. No, he won't. No, it's okay. Go ahead. Fangirling slightly. Okay.
No, I was just thinking about our company that just came in. Most people, if they just randomly went in somebody's house and they were set up with lights and cameras and they were doing a live, they'd be like, what did we just walk into? Who are these people? But it's awesome. They walk in and they're like, oh, they're going live, and they, it's just normal because they're used to it too. So
Yeah.
Run over, say hi.
Oh, that dog. Anybody want a dog?
Oh,
No, she's a sweet dog. She's just a yippy in it. Sometimes it's
I wouldn't go that far. It's sweet.
Okay. She is sweet.
Well, somebody just said they love Granger and Amber.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're good Christian folks. Anyway, okay.
So anyway,
I'm calming down now.
those are our shout outs.
This is me calming down. Okay.
Those are our shout outs and
Yes.
some bonus information as well.
Oh, Amanda, that's very sweet of you to ask. He was supposed to go to his dentist today, and I think he's going to have that tooth extracted, the one that's been causing him problems.
He had to be on antibiotics, a couple different kinds of antibiotics that would actually help him. But you can't numb that until the infection's gone.
Right.
Right. Because it just won't numb.
Yeah.
So.
But our builder, he's an old school dude. So if he's not dying, he's here.
Yeah.
And so
He wasn't here today.
Well, no, but it was
Doesn't
too
mean
wet.
he's dying. But it stormed bad, lots of
yeah,
water,
but-
mud everywhere.
He actually, the day that it really was kicking his tail, he was like, I'm trying to get there. I'm fighting this pain. And my wife is trying to make me go to the doctor. And I'm like, you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Rose's Liberty.
he missed that day, and then I think he missed the day after that, but he sent us a picture, and he had this huge pocket of infection. It was like down in his neck and up in his jaw.
Joe Brown's with us, and he
What,
recognizes
Joe?
your shirt. He says, representing.
Yes,
Representing
yes.
the
You
270.
probably are familiar with the store that actually Emily got it for me for Christmas. But it's that little garden patch out there, and you know where that's at. But anyway, so
Hope he's doing well.
he is. He's doing much better. He's but yeah, he still has to have that taken
Yeah.
care of, but he's gotten a lot of relief, so that's
Yeah.
good.
And if it continues to stay nice tomorrow, he might be back out here tomorrow working.
Yeah, he
He's-
might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so just a lot of really good things happening here as far as the house, and we're making small strides a little bit at a time,
Yeah.
and I'm very much looking forward to having having my office.
I was just thinking about, this December. We've only got a few more weeks before this year's over.
I know. It's
And I
crazy.
kind of got to thinking, are we going to do a video here in a couple of weeks, kind of recapping this year? And I was like, wow, what a year.
It's been a crazy
I
year.
mean, what a year. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, it's been a year worldwide, but when you just bring it down to our family this year, oh, wow.
Yeah. I know, it's been a hard year for a lot of people.
It's been lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
We've been incredibly challenged with things that have come our way, but in other ways, we have been so incredibly blessed this year. When we look back years from now, Lord willing, we'll be able to, have many, many years down the road. And when we look back, I think we will also look back not just as this year as how crappy it was, but man, that was a year that we were blessed, that God watched over us and strengthened us, definitely made my faith stronger. And maybe it's setting the foundation for the next several years to come.
Yeah.
So, trying to look at it in the positives that way. What can we learn from it and move forward and be stronger in the long run?
Yeah. Kathy said that she's had a lot of loss this year. She's
Yeah,
had loved
it's
ones.
been so
that have
rough
passed.
for a lot of people.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, and I feel like, we're kind of the same way. I mean, I also lost my aunt. There's been a lot of people that have had a lot of loss this year. It's been a tough year. And, but we just, we move on. I mean, that's what we have to do. We try to strengthen ourselves, learn from it, heal. And then I think, the Lord allows us to take the experiences and then help others. But yeah, I think we're all
Celtic roots.
We're all looking for brighter times, and I hope they're on the horizon. But
Oh yes, I do remember Captain Caveman. Or Captain Caveman.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
No.
Sunroom is going to be a game changer. I love mine. Yes, I am. We're very excited. We are very, very excited about the
Idaho
sunroom.
Hoosier Foundation. Yeah, funny term to use. Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Let's see. This past year has been hard, but it was the push we needed to get our homestead property and move off grid. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes, that it's refining by fire. I think, the Lord allows things to happen to get us where He wants us. And, it's kind of like when you know about the early churches, how, during persecution, that's when the church spread. That's when the gospel went out. And so we definitely find ourselves in the hardest of times growing and getting to where we can be used. And if that's, getting out of a situation and going to a better one, if that's learning new skills, if that is getting closer to the Lord, if it's getting closer to your family, if it's finally saving money, finally building your savings account, finally starting to prep, finally learning how to garden, I think that's how you're not.
Oh man. Mike, I hate to hear that.
What is it? Oh, did he pass?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I do hate to hear that.
Yeah.
Yes, if you are a praying sort, this is someone that Mike knows, a very young man. It was a farm accident, and he is he has left behind a wife and two very small
I think
children.
2 kids under 5. So
Yeah.
remember that family.
Yeah.
They're in Tennessee. So remember them. It's just been, you just never know what tomorrow will bring.
Right.
So yeah.
Yep. And again, that's another thing too. Sometimes, when things like this happen, it makes people question their own mortality. And if you don't know the Lord, if you're still breathing, then you still have the opportunity to seek Him and be saved. I think that's one thing that we have definitely learned this year is that there are no guarantees.
Yeah.
We were asleep in our bed and our house fell, and it could have been so much worse. But praise the Lord, everyone in our household has been saved. And so we know that if things had turned out differently, that we would have been a winner either way. But it is definitely important to take, what I was trying to say was when things get hard, it either makes you or it breaks you. So if you can learn from it and grow from it, then you're in a better position than.
Yeah. And if you have been following us a while, I know a lot of people are new to our channel. We're not shy or ashamed to talk about our faith and what we believe in. So we do, when things are down or when things are going great, we always try. We fail miserably at it, but we always try to give God all the blessings and, lift Him up, because we're here because of Him and He's been good to us. And you never know what tomorrow will bring. So make sure you've got that peace that surpasses all understanding.
Yep.
And, I thought about, I think it's the giant, some of you out west may know about this, but the sequoia pine cones. Of course, the seeds are in those to create new trees, but those pine cones don't open. They will not open and release their seeds to give new life unless they are been in the fire. Unless they've been in the fire, and the fire actually opens them up, and that way new seeds are dropped and new trees can begin.
Yep.
Yeah. So take that as not only maybe a life lesson, but a spiritual lesson as well.
Yeah. So Jay said, Cheryl didn't ask me to do this, but she's having a rough time losing her father. Thanksgiving was rough, and I don't even want to talk about Christmas. Yeah, that's very understandable. And we'll certainly, everyone that has lost someone, and especially, I don't know why it's especially harder during the holidays, but it just is.
It's just understandable.
And and so we'll definitely say a prayer for all of you who are looking at a holiday without a loved one sitting at the table.
And for Jay to say that's saying a lot, because that means that, he knows this community. He knows the people that are on this chat, the Homestead families. We're able to lean on each other as a community. A lot of us have become very good friends through this. So thank you for sharing that, and remember her.
Yeah.
That's tough.
See, Amanda said, I think you were saying when you were a little girl, you were in a house fire and the whole family got out safe.
Yeah,
God
she lost her. A couple of years before we met.
A few years before we met. Yeah, she's not talking about me. She's talking about herself.
Oh, talking about, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a little girl when our house burned down.
No,
I was a teenager.
A couple of years before we met, she lost her house too.
Well, my parents' house, wasn't my house.
But y'all lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that is hard, and it's we've on our video where we share about what happened with our house. We do talk about how the Lord, how He spared us, and how the wall fell except for right under Parker's window. There was just enough ground left for him to get out, and a lot of people question, it wasn't it hydrostatic pressure, wasn't it, But it's like, I think you have to, when you are a Christian, you see things differently than people who don't know the Lord see it. So some people, how can you say that the Lord, let that happen? I wouldn't want to worship a God like that. I'm seeing it as he spared us, he protected us. He's a good father. And,
Yeah, and I don't think God I don't think God really sends the bad things, but
well, we know he doesn't.
He allows
them to happen.
things to happen.
Yes.
This world is not the perfect world. This world is the world full of sin. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know the Lord and you can see how even through all the dark, difficult valleys, He will lead you through it.
Yeah.
And there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, Boston Rocks did mention, Heather, the needy homesteader. She lost her husband this year.
There's a crack in the fireplace. Yeah. And that is the only thing that really does worry me about getting our wood stove for our new addition is I really want to make sure that it is set up correctly and won't cause a fire. My dad was a volunteer fireman. I spent several years also as a volunteer fireman. And I'm also at work. I'm also a wilderness firefighter who responds to wilderness fires. So, when you talk about houses with fireplaces and wood stoves and stuff like that, I love it. I've loved nothing more than sitting outside around a campfire. I could sit around a campfire every night, and I think that's why I'm so excited about our wood stove, is that we're actually going to have a part of our house set up where I could sit around a fire safely in our own house. But also, it kind of scares me to death to think that we're going to have a fire in our house, because this will be the first time I've ever had anything like that in our house.
Well,
so I just want to make sure it's done correctly.
Of course. But
Yeah.
I will also say this. The house that we had that burned down, we had a wood stove, but that is not what caused the house fire.
No.
What caused the house fire was bad wiring. The home itself was
Yeah.
very, very old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things like, it could be anything.
Oh, it could be lightning.
It could be anything.
It could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Candle left unattended.
Mice with matches.
Mice with mouths. What?
You never heard that saying?
No.
You never heard? Okay. Have y'all heard that saying? Sometimes, like in old electrical wiring and stuff like that, they'll say it was the mice with matches or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or if it was suspected that the fire was set.
Oh. I have not heard that one. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited to have the alternative cooking source, and for having
Yes.
just having it. And I even told him, because our dogs, the ones that are inside, one of them in particular snores very, very loudly, and I was like,
Yes.
I can already imagine it. We're in there with the wood stove going, and we'll have Bo in from outside, and all three dogs will be laying around the wood stove snoring their heads off.
Yeah.
See, I'm not the only one that's
I've
never
heard that saying. Well, LOL, mice with matches.
Look at that. Rose's Liberty said one of our scout families lost their home to a bad charger cord.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with extension cords. Even if your laptops are plugged in, laptop batteries are really bad about overheating. So I always try to make sure they're always unplugged at night when we go to bed, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny too, because I'm not funny, haha, but you would think that since I have been the one that experienced the loss with the house fire, that I would pay more attention to that stuff, but I don't. He's the one that's like if I've got the crock pot on, he'll come over there and he'll put his hand next to the crock pot on the counter.
Why
and he's
do
like,
you have it so close to the
that's
wall?
too
You're getting the wall hot.
I'm like, it's not hot enough to make it set ablaze. It's got to cook the food.
I'm just making sure.
I know.
I check it.
Sometimes it's annoying, but I do appreciate how careful you are and that you care.
Yes, I care.
Let's see. Juliet said, such a great conversation. Haven't lost a loved one, but have lost my career due to the mandates. It's also a grieving process.
Yeah.
I can absolutely understand
That's
that.
another thing.
So many people
the
this
ups and
year.
downs about this year.
Yeah. Everything. Homestead of a friend of mine.
Burnt down their entire apartment complex from a phone charger.
Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
That's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's terrible, but yeah, you just have to be careful about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is definitely not where we saw the conversation going
No,
today.
had no idea our
but-
live chat would be going in this direction.
Yes, but
That's okay.
it is. Well,
Maybe that's for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was stuttering around to, was that.
Yeah.
You know.
That's another thing about us is you will write the whole book to get to your story, to get to your final thought.
In other words,
And I go to the last page and say, and there it is.
In other words, you ask for the time and I build you a watch. He just tells you the time.
Yeah.
Now, but see, isn't that okay? I know that some of y'all have the same personality I do. That whenever you are telling somebody something, the backstory is so important that if I just come out with the point that I'm getting to, if I just say, so he climbed a tree.
If it wasn't for that horse,
Oh, stop it. But you know what I'm saying? Like
he never went to college. Never mind. That's an old comedy bit.
But yeah, it drives him crazy.
Yeah.
He has a little bit, if you are familiar with the DISC personality, the DISC, I'm a high I.
What?
I'm a high IS. I'm not
What?
not high in the S, I'm high in the I.
Okay,
I'm
let's
an
not-
IS. Listen, pretty sure he's a D.
You're an is?
I'm an is. Go to your room. But a D personality is someone that just wants the facts.
Backstory is everything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Anna. Yeah.
Okay, listen.
See, Constance.
All right.
See, these are my ladies.
All right,
These are my
just for a
friends.
minute.
They understand. I cannot wait. Listen. I am so pumped because
There's other things we're talking about.
Okay, hang on, but let me just side rail here. In January, HOA is doing a Homestead business conference in Tennessee, and it's at Rory Feek's farm. And I'm going, Constance is going, Anna is going, and we are going to get to stay together. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. And Julie from Row & Co. If you guys don't follow Row & Co., you should look them up. But, yeah.
Yeah, Jay, I like that story too. Yeah. I appreciate the backstory, but sometimes when we're limited on time and we're just trying to get a point across, I like to say that first, and then if people start asking more about it, then I will backtrack a little bit and give more of the story.
But you could just
But sometimes
give the story.
you don't need the whole story because there's other things going on. How do you spell that?
I don't know. Anyway.
At least somebody agrees with me. Yeah, that's perspective.
But, like, how many times have, like, something is happening and then I will ask you for details and then you're like, I don't know. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
yes,
me.
context. All about the context.
Yeah.
Sandy is also an IS. Yes. See, yeah. So a high I is someone that is very excited.
I means introverted, doesn't it?
No.
That's me.
I'm a high I. Why would I be introverted? There's
I don't
nothing
know. What's
about
I
me.
stand for?
I can't remember.
Interesting?
No, but high I is someone that is very excited about life. We are the party goers, not necessarily the party planners, but we're the party goer.
I'm excited about living.
Anyway.
You see that look? The roll of the eyes.
And S is stability. Yes. Okay. So there,
Right.
Kathy is you. It is a free test that you can take. And what's cool about knowing your personality style is that it teaches you how you learn.
I have a feeling I don't want to take that test.
I want to take the test
Because
I
I
want to
have
know
a
that I'm
feeling-
right.
Well, whatever it tells me, she's going to tell me what it really means anyway.
You are.
See, she's going to tell me what it is. I don't need to take the test.
I would say that you are actually. I would say you are a high S with a sublet of D. That's what I think you are.
I'll go with that.
S is stable.
I'm fine with
My
that.
husband is this. He is the same. And I love that about him. I love that you are consistent. A C personality is very analytical. You are also very analytical, but I would not say that is not your dominating personality trait.
Okay.
I would say that your
See?
dominating trait is that you are stable.
See, I don't have to take the test. I got you.
I still want you to take the test, though.
No, I don't need to.
You still need to. Okay, here we go. Kathy, D often represents dominant. I stands for inspiring. S represents supportive, while C stands for cautious. Ooh, maybe you
I'm
are
C.
C.
I'm cautious.
You are a C.
But I also support you.
And you are also a dominant personality.
And I'm also a little analytical.
He's just the disc. He's just the full gamut.
It depends. It depends on what we're doing.
Hey, Minute Man.
I have to be.
He is a rock. Yes.
I have to be one thing in one way and another thing in another way. So I guess you could say I'm flexible. I'm F.
No.
I failed, but I'm flexible.
You are not flexible.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. You want to know how I know you're not flexible?
No, see, oh, did we talk about those seeds that Emma Gardner has that's 80 years old? I'm trying to change the subject.
Okay. He's
He's
trying to change the subject. But yes,
move on.
someone said that he is a rock. And yes, he is. And it is truly one of the things I love about him. He has had the same job since before we got married.
Jay, yes. I'm allergic to tests.
Oh my, just no.
Thank you.
I'm not one of those wives that says, "Let's take this person." Well, no, I am that
Yes,
wife
you
right
are.
now. But I'm. What I'm saying is, I've never made him do like those dumb magazines.
Yes, we're going in all directions tonight.
Listen, I'm not one of those that makes him do the dumb like. If we were a, comic book character, what would we be? I don't do that.
If I could be my favorite cartoon.
Yeah, we've never done that. But I
What
think
Star
this would
Wars
be good.
character are you? Okay.
Now, I've taken those tests for myself, but I've never asked him to take one.
I will say this. I am I am introverted for the most part.
Yes.
But I do know when to flip the switch and turn that on and off. I've had to learn how to do that because of my job, because I work with large groups of people. And then when I get off work, it's like, I don't want to be around anybody. I just want to come home to my family.
He has to decompress.
But yeah, but there are times where, like when we go to HOA, I feel like I'm with my family. It's just there's 5,000 of them there. And so that's cool. But
I've also taken the Myers-Briggs. I've done that too.
okay.
I'm an E something. EN.
I'm a double X.
What? I don't even know what to say to that. Oh, me.
See, whatever it takes to change the subject.
Oh, wow. Look, over there.
Yeah, HOA is like being with your family. I mean, it didn't seem like I was overwhelmed with all the crowds or anything like that, because I really felt like I was among my people. The people that kind of like-minded. Well, we were. It was a bunch of like-minded people gathering together, and so yeah, you pull out a camera and start doing a live video. It's just like there's 24 other people. It's just like, oh yeah, we need to do that too, because you're among a bunch of other people that is used to that stuff. So it wasn't people looking at you weird because you want to get an 80-year-old tomato seed and do a live video about it, stuff like that.
I'm an ESFP. That's what I am. The Briggs and Myers, if you want to know.
It doesn't sound like they narrow it down too much for you there.
It is entertaining, sparkling, friendly personality.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Listen, ESFPs live in the moment, experiencing life to the fullest. They enjoy people as well as material comforts. I would not say that I enjoy material comforts, though. Rarely allowing conventions to interfere with their lives. They find creative ways to meet human needs. Observant, practical, realistic, and specific. ESFPs make decisions according to their own personal standards. They use their feeling judgment internally to identify and empathize with others, naturally attentive to the world around them. Love people, new experiences, like to have fun, warm and generous with their friends, have a great love for life. Possible careers: actor, coach, receptionist, painter, personal trainer, salesperson. Famous ESFPs: Tony Robbins.
Who's that?
Steven Spielberg.
I know who that is.
Who is Tony Robbins? He's only a motivational speaker?
I don't know him.
Bill Clinton is also one, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, that ruins it. Has anyone viewed...
That's the Briggs-Myers personality assessment of me, just so you know.
If anyone's viewed our videos, they would agree I'm definitely not introverted.
See, I wanted to take the test, but it looks pretty pricey for me at the moment. The Briggs-Myers, because there are free. There are free tests. Yeah. You just have to find it.
I was scared to film at HOA, but that flew out the door the first day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we Saturday, I was getting my grocery haul together, and our builder was right on the other side of that door, and I was like,
"That's funny."
I don't know. I need to. Oh, the disc one is free too. Go to Tony Robbins' website, and you can take it for free.
It reminds me of the very first Homestead conference. First. What?
Go ahead. Possums in the chicken coop. I know that pain all too well, Bub.
Oh, we had that happen to us.
Here. Yeah.
Very recently too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very first HOA conference, the very first one. The girl from Hawaii or California?
The little girl?
Yeah.
Was that the first or second year?
I think that was the first year. It might have been the second year. But yeah, it was awesome that this little girl's like, we want to go somewhere on vacation or for her birthday or something, and she could pick between like Disney World and a bunch of other places. And she actually wanted to go to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. So they flew all the way across the country and went. And I mean, it was very moving what they said about we were considered weirdos and outsiders and outcasts, but here we have found our people. And for the first time in years, they actually felt like they were being treated as equals and were just normal people. And they could not express how much that meant to them to be around other people that just, yeah, you're not weird, you're one of us. Yeah. And made them feel like part of the family. So, and I feel like that's kind of what we do on our lives here. The people that we chat with, you guys are just part of our friends. You know, you're our circle now. So.
Yep, absolutely. I think we're getting close to our time. We got 1 minute.
Oh,
1
boy.
minute. It went by really, really quick. So, but anyway, yeah. So I do. We are lagging a little bit this week on video production. I do have a grocery haul that I have not edited yet. I was kind of hoping to put up something else, so that way it wouldn't be like live grocery haul.
Yeah,
well,
and
this Wednesday,
you know, with
live
Christmas and everything coming up, I don't know how much we'll get done.
Yeah.
But we definitely will try to keep pulling up the producing the videos, at least 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah. Mulberry Branch said, I practiced public vlogging today at TSC. I was a nervous wreck. I know. It is awkward. And even though I don't embarrass easily and I'm not shy, it is kind of a weird thing to do.
But what is good now is because I guess society is living in social media world now, and you see so many people doing TikTok videos and little, Instagram posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you see somebody doing that in public, it's not that out of the ordinary now.
That's true.
It's becoming more, I guess, normal to see somebody out in public filming or something like that. It's like the first time I saw somebody taking a selfie, I was like, what's that? What are you doing? Well, now no one thinks about that.
No, yeah. Yep, that
Anyway.
is very true. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We certainly appreciate all of you. Definitely thank you, Kathy, for posting that. If you are not getting MI Gardener newsletters and notifications, make sure that you are doing that. So that way, as they announce when new seeds are being restocked or released, that you are one of the first to know. And also, don't forget to use my code TCW10 at checkout, and you will save 10%.
Jay, I think next year you need to ask Amy if you could just open up the ceremonies next year with playing.
Yes.
Because they do open it up with doing the national anthem.
They do.
And do they play?
That would be
what
so
do they play?
flippin'
They do the national anthem, but maybe he could play Star Spangled Banner, Amazing Grace, something like that. Just a thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't run that show, but that'd be cool.
I can message her for you if you want me to and be like, I know somebody that plays the bagpipes.
And then you definitely stand out and people would recognize you.
Yep.
Definitely.
That would be very cool. Very, very cool.
And he said he's definitely not introverted, so.
Yep. Oh, Kathy, I would love to sing with you too. I'll probably destroy it, but I can try.
She's a great singer.
I'm really not.
You are a wonderful singer. You and our daughter.
Emily's a good
And our
singer.
son's kind of getting into it now,
Parker
too.
is singing bass these days, y'all. My mama's
Daddy
like, I can't
sing
take it.
bass.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. Yes. Hope you all have a good night. Have a wonderful week. We will catch you. We'll be here next week.
Lord willing, we're going to be out of town. We hopefully will be back by then. If something comes up, we will post on our other Facebook pages and stuff. If we're not.
Okay.
But hopefully we will be.
Yes. All right. So we will see y'all next week. And until next time, be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared. And God bless you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a great week.